We just can't get enough of this psycho little kid known as Sora. So we get to see in this episode, after the whole climactic fight that we had against Kurosaki and Sora, we see that Yuto actually tried to confront Sora about everything and say, you know, asking about this girl again, saying, where's Rui, where is she, like that, and we need her back and all, she's part of the group. And that's like the whole reason that we got this objective, because, you know, we seen that from like, you know, for everyone else and all that, like even you're saying like, this guy looks like me, like what the fuck is going on and all that, you know, like what's with all this stuff. And it's apparently it's a lot more deeper than we thought and all that in the organization, but it seems to be like a giant bloodbath war between fusion users and XYZ users. I know 2 different card type users, or like schools of using these cards, are actually having real life death matches and putting them into some cards, like some original season 1 Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, putting them in the card, trapping their souls and stuff like that. So I do like that this series is trying to bring back a lot of the old-timey things like that, you know, oh, their cards, like their hearts are sealed inside of the cards and stuff like that, their souls, like that. And then also as well, we do have like this like little battle going on between like fusion users, like with Sora and all that. And then also as well, like we had the battle with the XC, and I don't get why really after that match Yuya's really trying to defend Sora and all that, because we've seen Sora, he's a fucking nutcase, like he's absolutely gone batshit crazy, and he's like, oh, I enjoyed killing your kind and all that. It's like, you're a fucking nut job and all that. So it's like, you know, calm the fuck down, like Jesus Christ. It's like I don't know, that episode like really got me a little bit like weirded out by that moment and all that. So we see that, you know, Sora, like he escaped from the hospital since Yuso confronted him, and he went to ask him more about some more questions and to duel Kurosaki, because he was absolutely bummed out about that, because he wasn't taking the fight even seriously at the start, because the whole main reason was that he was just being a dick and he was just trying to be an entertainer. But instead, if he actually went full out from the start, then he would have actually been able to win that. And we see like, you know, Yuto, he runs a Phantom Knight deck when he was going against Sora. Like he was able to some from it, I think it was like called Sword Break was his first one, which is like a 2000 like XYZ monster, and it had like a pretty cool effect and all that. It was able to, like, using its XYZ materials and all that, it's able to bring back the monsters that you had but increase them by a level so they become level 4s. I think that's a really good way to recycle a card and back into, like, you know, some monsters that you can use. If that like legitimately stays in the, like, you know, into the meta, I really think that would be a very good level 3 XYZ card. I just hope that it just doesn't have to like be only Phantom Knight ones. It can only just be level 3s. And then, or when he's using that, he summoned his Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. It looks so fucking sick. And that's the thing, he could have ended it right there and all that, although I'm pretty sure that Sora had that card down there he could have used to activate or something. But it's like, he's actually holding back. He's like, yo, I'm not going to like absolutely destroy him, because when they're fighting, they actually take proper battle damage. Like saying, like, because Sora just literally got up from his last match, and they're actually starting to take like real life battle damage from these cards right now. So it's like, okay, like they're adding on some really weird like mystic stuff right now. It's like, how are they able to do that? And it's like also at the end of the episode as well, like we saw like that little reminder. It's like, what exactly was Kurosaki actually going to do to him beforehand? Was he actually going to steal his card like in like into a soul or something like that? And that's what I'm getting. Like, is his soul going to be one of those cards again? Like, that's what really begs the question right now. And it's like, even when Yuya is like, no, I'm dueling you and all that. And it's like, you know, the big connection between both Yuya and Yuto right now, that's something I need to know. But it's like, next week's episode, it seems like we're actually going to be having them two duel as well. Like, I don't know if it's going to be, you know, like a 2 versus 1 or something like that, if we're going to have like that, or a freeway duel, or like what's going to go on with that, because, you know, Yuya's in the middle of this, and I imagine like Yuya's going to be like that sort of person that he's like, okay, I'm going to use, because we already seen him use the fusion like techniques already, so maybe as well that he's actually going to use, you know, XYZ and Synchro as well, because we do see like different versions of Pendulum Eyes and all that. So I'm guessing like, oh, that might be the way to unite them. If like, say like I fusion summon, I don't know, have something in there, and also an XYZ monster, and it's somehow Synchro and Pendulum bullshit, so stuff like some sort of thing like that. But other than that, yeah, this is a good episode. Not as good as last week's episode, though. Last week's was a little bit crazy, and the animation was, like, really bright. This one was, like, more back to simplistic sort of artly and all that. So I'm going to give this one a solid 7 this week. But let me know what you think of the comment section down below. But that's all from me, so thank you so much for watching. As always, remember, I'll see you guys next time.